Hey my fellow video gamers and Let's Players, I am Juddle Plays. I am coming to you at a time that is pretty early in the morning. Actually, it's about the time I've recorded before. And welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Sly 2 Band of Thieves. Before anything, and also wondering why we have this weird thing on our back, this is the finale and let's start Mega Jump Job. Let's go.
Okay, Sly, we need to send Carmelita a radio pulse so she can home in on the blip. To do that, I'll need you to get on top of 4 very tall towers. They are too big to climb and too tall to jump up normally.
What's this all got to do with this thing you've got me wearing?
It's an experimental mega jump pack. By pressing the R2 button, you'll perform a huge jump, so be careful.
Alright, sounds like fun.
Yes, so now we basically have this new gadget where if we press R2, we jump really freaking high. Now, why do we have it all of a sudden and we couldn't get it before? If you actually go on your select menu, you do see that you do have the mega jump, and I believe there is a glitch where if you change the mega jump to a different button, you can actually keep the mega jump until you go into the final boss mission. But I did find out that you do not keep it after that, so that is kind of a bad thing. Now, as you see, we need to get to those 4 things right there, which previously were impossible to get without the mega jump thing. But, so yeah. And like I mentioned, this is the finale. I could technically probably switch these into like maybe 2 episodes, but I've decided to make this into 1 long episode because now that I think of it, I don't even know if there would have been enough content to make a 2nd episode or not. It all depends on how much I fail on the final boss, but we're not going to be talking about that right now because currently what we have to do is we have to go around and go to the top of these things. And also, sorry if I sound rushed a little bit. That is because, let's say, I'm kind of working against the clock here because I actually have a test in about an hour, but if I don't record this today, I am not going to be able to record. Why did I do that? If I don't record this today, I will not actually be able to record this until next week, and this episode will not be out until next week, and I find that really bad, and I just want to get this Let's Play done and over with. It's not that I don't like the Let's Play, it's that I don't want to wait a week just for 1 final episode. Now, if I was doing more than just like 1 final episode, I probably would have waited, but since there's like literally, like I said, only 1 episode left, it would be really stupid to just say like, okay, well, we're not going to be doing this we're not going to be uploading for like a week or so, and then I'd have to upload like another update video, and that is something I don't want. But I was actually planning on taking a break. Okay, that was not good. But I was actually I was planning on taking a... Okay, get here, Jesus Christ. I don't want to make the same mistake as the last time. But I was planning on taking a little bit of a break after this Let's Play, but that's mostly because I kind of want to get a few other things done. I have a few episodes I'm probably going to be editing for Jamaican, which luckily Mike now has his laptop fixed. I don't know if he might have it. I know on an update video that was released on Tuesday, Jared did mention that he would have it by Wednesday, and I'm assuming he probably has it right now. The only reason I say that is because, well, he already talked about, like, Jamaican's back in session, baby, or something like that, so I don't believe those were the actual words he said, but he did say something along the lines of that, so that makes me think that he has him back, and that Jamaican will be back and active, I think maybe as of, like, tomorrow, which, if you know, is... Okay. I was about to say something really stupid. I was about to say, like, as you know, is Friday, but I'm pretty sure most people know that if they're watching this the day it comes out, which if you want to know, the day this is coming out is going to be a Friday. And can I actually make the top of this? No, I cannot, but I can make the bottom, so that was actually a pretty decent shortcut. Anyways, after we do this, we will not have the mega jump ability anymore, so say goodbye to this wonderful ability.
Like Carmelita has picked up on our signal. She's now headed on an intercept course directly for us.
You know, I just thought that I think this mission right here is actually a little bit of a throwback to a previous mission, being the first ever Sly mission you do, because this one involves, like, doing these satellite things, which if you know, the first mission we did in Dimitri's episode, and back in, like, episode 2. well, episode 1 in the game, but it was part 2 of the Let's Play. We did that, and also I should probably show this here. It is Carmelita's Gunner. That is the final mission of the game. I kind of thought I should at least show what it looks like, because if I didn't, then you'd be wondering what it looked like, and then I'd be at fault, and I'd have to go on another Let's Play and see what it was, but whatever. Anyways, now that we had that throwback mission, let's face Clockla.
Look, Sly, for once, let's cut the flirty chit-chat and get down to business. I need an experienced tail gunner. Jump in and grab the gun. We've got a bird to take down.
That's not flirty chit-chat.
And oh god, this is the fight with Clockla. We already started out on a bad thing because I forgot this is not inverted. You know, I'm not exactly sure why I never inverted this. You'd think I would have if I kept doing this the wrong way, but anyways, the way Clockla works is we are basically fighting her in this gunner. She will shoot these missiles at you, and with like classic, I guess you could say, Sly logic, you have to shoot the missiles again, because for some reason this game, if you shoot the missiles, they just blow up. Which, in all honesty, these are really slow missiles if they're going like that slow for us to hit, especially if we can hit Clockla like this. Now, she will be doing this weird attack where her eyes start glowing. Some people may think that this thing is not dodgeable, at least I thought it wasn't for a long-ass time. But turns out if you actually hit, like, if you actually just constantly hit her when her eyes are glowing, she will eventually stop doing that, because you do not want that attack to come out. The reason why is because if that attack comes out, a lot of bad things will happen. Now, you might see that, like, oh, I'll just, like, purposely get hit by that red thing instead of getting hit by that one thing that Neela, not, well, technically Neela, but the one thing Clockla is doing. That is because that thing Clockla is doing does a lot more damage than what these missiles will do to you. So, like, if you're in this predicament, just go and, oh god, this is not good. Come on, get that. Thank you. Okay, whew. I thought I was at a lost cause there for a second, because the last thing you also want is to get hit by both of those. So that's another reason that could be really bad. Also, I know I've probably mentioned this before. Keep in mind that sorry if I sound a little nervous here, because I kind of am. I've never liked this boss battle that much, so that's why I might be a little nervous. Okay, that's done already. But, yeah. So what I was saying was, actually, I forgot what I was saying. So I'm just going to say one thing. Since this does kind of make me a little nervous here, what's going to happen is if I do not get this on this attempt, I'm actually going to do this without talking. Also, I forgot to mention you can zoom in a little bit, which will make it a little bit easier. It's funny because I think this is the first time in this Let's Play that I've really gotten nervous about something. I don't know, it's just that's happened. Now, for my thoughts on this final boss battle, I guess I can say that, like, I don't know, it's not exactly what you'd think you'd want from the final boss battle. I missed that. Oh god, okay, there we go. Yeah, I might lose this one, mostly because I don't have much, like, health left, and also I kind of got hit by 2 of those. Or did I get hit by 2 of those? I might have got hit by 1. Also, I never mentioned, but hitting the outside of those rings, they kind of actually, like, get rid of them. Well, it doesn't get rid of them, it just makes it so they're not going to hurt you. So that's something you want to keep. Oh god, hit. Oh, we're dead. I'll meet you back until I get to about the same health I was before. Also, look at Clockla's face. Oh god. Also, I forgot to mention, I'm pretty sure you could have heard it, but, or hear it, or whatever the grammar is on that. Yeah, Carmelita makes really annoying sounds when you're fighting this boss battle, because she just keeps saying the same thing over and over again. So you probably are hearing that and like, what is that annoying sound? And that's what it is. I mean, you probably would have guessed it's Carmelita, but then again, some people might not have, because with how many times Carmelita's voice has changed, being like every single freaking game she's in, you probably wouldn't have known. I also want to mention, if you do hit these weird ring things more than once, they will actually activate again, so keep that in mind. Oh crap, get her. There we go. Whew. Sometimes I get really nervous when it gets to that part that I'm like, oh crap, I might actually not get it. So yeah, if I have noticed something, once you get towards the end of this fight, you get a...
The cop! That was some terrific shooting.
Sly! Oh, we've got a serious problem here. Clockla is looking mighty upset, and I think she's going to take it out on us.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, you don't actually have to get all of her health down. Once it gets to about a quarter left, that's when the fight ends. But now we have a little bit of saving to do. Bentley and Murray are in the one thing, or the safe house, that's what it is, because for some reason, Clockla, out of a fit of rage, decided, you know what, we're going to be going in the safe house, and I was actually thinking of pressing the R2 button there to actually jump up and get a little bit of a higher jump, but then I realized, you know, we do not have this anymore. And now welcome to the part where, as a little kid, when I first played this game, I thought this part was harder than the boss before. Now, I don't want to say too much like that because I don't want to jinx myself, but in all honesty, I do find the boss harder. I'm still trying to think if I actually find that boss harder than Dr. M or not, because if you don't know, Dr. M is the final boss of Sly 3, and that boss can be a little annoying if you don't know what to do, but I have beaten Dr. M in like a minute before, or like a minute and 40 seconds. Oh, shit. Yes, I want, like, keep in mind, if you fall off of one little thing, you have to start this section all over again. So I am a little mad that I missed that platform just by a little bit. And why did it put me over there? I have no idea. Also, now we finally have the jumping physics, like where you jump in the middle of the air and air resistance goes on. I don't know why you didn't have it on the blimp, but they made it so you have it here. I mean, I can kind of see why, because they wanted to make it a little more realistic and a little more epic, or possibly even harder. But then again, I do find this part really cool just because you're going through this one big area where all the parts of the blimp that Clockla just destroyed are just falling all the way down to Paris. Now, I'm not exactly sure how they're perfectly following Clockla like that, but they kind of are, so I guess that's a thing. Now, I really hope this cycle's good enough, because sometimes, well, actually, what I want to say is you want to get on the top of this thing. The reason why is because getting on the top of this thing makes it so you can get onto this thing a lot easier than you would have without doing that. So now that we are on here, it will be a little bit easier to actually make it onto this thing, which, once we get to this final part here, it can get a little bit troublesome to actually get to the areas. Oh god, I don't know if I'm going to make this one. Oh my god. That one was a little bit closer than I thought it would be, but it's fine. Also, for some reason, the camera keeps changing, and I do not like how it's changing, but once you get here, you are pretty much fine, because all you have to do is just glide over, and a cutscene will take over.
Piece of me! Don't worry, there's plenty to go around.
You might have a new body, Neela, but you're still the low-down, backstabbing coward we've beaten time and time again. This won't be any different.
Be brave while you can, Cooper. I might not have immortality born of pure hate, but I feel some power growing within me.
Well, that's kind of weird. You know, now looking at it as, like, you know, because I've thought, oh my god, I didn't think I'd get hit by that, but, what you have to do here is you basically just have to hit her eye until she basically stops looking at you like that, and that is the last bit of health we have to get out of her. But what I was trying to say was, Neela's kind of freaky in this game. You think she's like an ally, and then she gets, like, this possessed idea of something, I don't know, and she just becomes this, like, infused with hate. It's a bad downfall, if it comes to me at least.
We did it!
It's an emotional moment.
Die, insects, die! My hate will smash you.
Watch out. That thing's still kicking.
Aqua mentioned something about a hate chip. It sounded like the source of her power.
If we remove it, she might stop attacking.
Then let's do a little open head surgery. I'll pry open that beak so that Bentley can go to town with his bombs.
Now, as weird as Murray put it, yes, we do have to do a little bit of open head surgery on Clockla right now. So we have to go up here as Murray, and then do our last little bit of opening something, or mashing the X button with Murray, I guess you could say. It's his last bit of strength.
I hate you, Cooper Gang. I will find you in your sleep and I will destroy you. You'll never know a moment's peace for the rest of your short, miserable lives. The Clockla will know revenge. I am revenge. I am the Alpha and the Omega. Clockla!
And that goes to the point I was talking about where Neela basically becomes possessed with the hate chip or whatever. Now, something I've wondered is, when she gets possessed like that by the hate chip, does it actually turn her into a robotic being, or is she still a human inside there? I never really known, but after we get rid of these lasers...
I still have my hate
we have one last thing to do in this game. The last button we have to press is the circle button. So let's look over here for a second. Look how cool that electric thing looks. Anyways, let's finish this game. The hate chip.
Let's get out of here. She's about to explode.
That ain't good.
Glasses.
Bentley, I'll save you.
Pick me up. I can't walk.
Oh, Bentley, come on, man. That should have been capitalized. The P should have been capitalized. I don't know how I never noticed this before. My grammar Nazi, tendencies never noticed that that P was never capitalized. Anyways, Bentley's kind of hurt.
And there we were, at the end of the road. The Claw Gang had been defeated, and the clockwork parts lay scattered around in heaps. Yet, despite the explosion, they remained pristine. It was as if nothing could ever hurt them. Carmelita cursed herself for showing up too late to get a few shots in on Clockla. So she took it out on what was close at hand, the hate chip. And just like that, it was over. Without that core piece, that essential center of clockwork, there was nothing left. The parts aged before our eyes as if time had finally caught up with the ancient bird. How ironic that Carmelita, a police officer, would be the one to lift the curse from the Cooper family. The menace of clockwork would never again rise to threaten me or my children. True to her nature, she informed us that we were all under arrest. But one look at my gang told me that we were in no shape for a fast getaway. So I offered to go peacefully in exchange for letting my friends walk. They'd taken some bruises through all of this, but I was surprised, shocked really, to see them leave their gear behind as they walked away. Their wounds were deeper than I'd imagined. Those guys were hurting. Carmelita's old police unit soon arrived. With me in custody, her name was cleared, and she even got a well-deserved promotion. It was the least I could do. The ride to HQ started with us sitting in silence, trying to read each other's thoughts. As the reality of my capture started to sink in, she began to relax, and we got to talking. We spoke freely about our previous adventures, comparing notes and even getting in a few laughs. Then we started talking about, well, everything. Books, music, art. It was like we were on a first date. She even showed me the bottle she'd been saving for the special occasion of my arrest. My heart sank when she realized that our short flight across town had already taken 2 hours, a fact I kinda clued into after seeing the Eiffel Tower float by 17 times. She went forward to ask the pilot what was up, and it looked like my pals had left me a little going-away present before taking off. Floating away on the night breeze, I could faintly make out Carmelita's voice.
I'll find you, Cooper!
And that is Sly 2 Band of Thieves.
I'll be seeing you soon, Ringtail.
Well, if that was any indication that there was going to be a game after this, I don't know what was, but I think in Sly 2 Band of Thieves, they did show there was like an ad for Sly 3, so before even, by that I mean like in the back of the instruction manual, at least in my copy of the PlayStation 2 version, so yeah, that was, people kind of already knew before they beat the game that was going to happen, so even if you might doubt like, oh, Bentley's almost like got killed, or well, he's crippled now if you want to know, I don't think they really mention it, but you did see in Sly 3 that he was in a wheelchair, so that's kind of what happens. Anyways, we're going to have a little bit of reading to do. If that's exciting or not, I don't think it is, but, or actually not yet. Oh god. The reason I'm laughing is because the text on these, like, credits here are actually slightly cut off by my TV. Not the bottom one so much, but that one thing at the top that was just shown was cut off by a little bit, and I kind of laughed a little bit. I mean, I could still read it, but it was still decently funny. Also, Sly left the bottle. And as you see, the same person voiced Neela and Carmelita. Inspector Carmelita Fox continues to search for Sly Cooper, whose current whereabouts are still unknown. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where he is. He is scoping out something else, but Dimitri went on to work as a music instructor on a cruise ship. This is going to be really hard because the bottom of that text was really cut off. Rajan now owns a series of rug outlets across North America. Yeah, some of these are kind of weird. The Contessa went on to become the most successful real estate broker in the great Milwaukee area. I never noticed that those guys were actually hypnotized. Jean Bassan went on to work for the EPA. And ended up frozen yet again on a rescue mission saving baby penguins. And Arpeggio's still dead. Also, something I really like about these credits, they're actually really short. Like, after this little section here, the credits are basically done. Which is really crazy because most games have credits that last for a really long time. Okay, that's it. You've seen everything. You won. Go outside. Yep. Sucker Punch tells you to go outside now that you've beaten this wonderful game. Anyways, that is about it for this well, actually, yes, that is about it. I can't talk. That is about it for this episode of Let's Play Sly 2 Band of Thieves, and that is actually about it for this Let's Play of Sly 2 Band of Thieves. And yes, we do have a little bit of a cutscene in episode 8, we're going to ignore that. I may in the future make an update, not an update video, I may in the future make a bonus video for this Let's Play, where I go around and show all the cutscenes that we can show, because as we know, we can't really see episode 3's cutscene, because for some reason that one's not available. I'm not exactly sure why it's not available, but it isn't, so yeah. That may be in the future, but I'm not going to be doing that for a little bit because I do want to end this project off on a good note, even though the commentary of this episode might not have been the best, mostly because I am rushing because in about, like, I guess 40 minutes, I'm going to be taking a computer science exam, and was it a good idea to record this? I would say yes, because I really wanted to get this video recorded so I could put this up either Thursday or Friday, and that I wouldn't have to wait until next week to record just one final episode of Sly 2 Band of Thieves. Anyways, like I said, that's about it. You can put in the comments if you've really enjoyed this series, because I'd like to know if you've enjoyed it or if I can, like, improve on commentary or something. I don't really say that at the end of Let's Plays, but it's just something I thought of. Anyways, that's about it for this episode, this Let's Play. There is no next episode, as I say in the end of most of my Let's Plays, so this has been Juddle Plays, signing off for Sly 2 Band of Thieves. I'll see you in the next Let's Play.